Right guys, today I wanted to make a video about Leicester City after a pretty poor result yesterday, losing 4-1 to Nottingham Forest, who are a massive team. You know, they are one of the most historically big teams in England. However, they aren't as in, they're not. It's not that they're not big anymore, but they're not a great side anymore. They're in the second tier. They're a team that Leicester should be getting past in the FA Cup, especially with a reasonably strong team out. And yeah, Leicester weren't great at all. But also on top of that, Leicester are having a pretty poor season. They're mid-table in the league. They're 10th, whereas previous two seasons they finished 5th, just outside the top four, only missing out on top four on the final day both seasons. So yeah, it's not going great for Leicester right now. They also, in the League Cup, lost to Liverpool after with strong side out, Liverpool with a weakened side out, and also, you know, they were really struggling to hold on, and eventually it went to penalties and they got knocked out. But yeah, you get the point. So I wanted to make a video about are Leicester basically, you know, are they over the mountain now? Are they like going downwards? Or is it just like a bad season? Because it could be that. And also they're out of the Europa League as well, which, you know, is poor as well. So for me, there's obviously, they've had quite a lot of injuries this season. They've also got the problem of Jamie Vardy, their star player, or whatever you want to call him, is getting old now. He is, I think he's mid-30s now. He's got to be 35, I think. And so he is coming to the end of his career, especially for a striker who, maybe not the end of his career, but the end of his like career at the top level, because he is a striker who is, you know, what pace is one of his strong assets. I'm not saying that's his only good asset. He's a very good finisher as well, and he's also his build-up play has improved massively over the years for Leicester. So like when you compare him to from maybe a couple of seasons ago to the season where Leicester won the league, I actually think he was a better player just a couple of seasons ago, because he was a much more well-rounded player, even if he did score more goals or whatever the season Leicester won the league. I just think he's improved a lot as an all-round player. But, you know, he is reaching his mid-30s, so he's going to decline. That being said, they've also had problems with injuries I think James Maddison's missed a lot of time out. They've had nightmare in defence, missing Wesley Fofana for pretty much the whole season. Johnny Evans has been out for a while. Soyuncu's been off form massively. Vestergaard's been nowhere near as good as Leicester fans would have hoped. And also they've had problems at fullback as well. James Justin's only just coming back from injury. Ryan Bertrand's not performing like as a new signing. Like they really are struggling. I also think another player who hasn't been as good this season is Youri Tielemans. Whenever I watch him, he gives the ball away a lot in midfield, and it isn't the most hard-working player for Leicester. I think when Wilfred Ndidi isn't playing like someone who is a ball winner in midfield, Tielemans does struggle a lot, I think. And yeah, they really are struggling this season. And another question, I guess, would be, is Brendan Rodgers the right man going forward? As a Liverpool fan, my feelings are a bit mixed about Brendan Rodgers. Like he set up a great side in 2013-14, or maybe not a great side, but a great attacking side, a great side to watch. But were defensively poor. I think Liverpool conceded 50 goals that season. They it came second to Man City in 2014, which, that's poor. That's like lower half of the table sort of numbers. Whereas in attack, they scored over 100. So attacking wise, he created a great side. And I think that might be similar to what the case is at Leicester. They do have a good side going forward in attack. Players like Harvey Barnes, James Maddison when he's fit, Jamie Vardy, Patson Daka has looked quite good this season, I think, at times. Iheanacho, he looked very good at the end of last season, but hasn't been quite at the same level this season. Whether that's down to a lack of game time, that's a different question, really. I wonder if they do need to appoint like a fresh face in, someone who can like get them defending properly, sort of, or even just like a new coach to help them out defensively, because it's so poor defensively. Like how it's so easy for teams to get through the defence and score. Whenever I see them, that's what I think. Soyuncu for me has been one of the poorer players this season. I remember watching him a few seasons ago. I think it might have been the first season they nearly got top four. And I genuinely thought that season he was the best defender, best centre-back in the league, bar Virgil van Dijk. That's how good he was that season. But right now, he just looks terrible. Like he looks like the sort of player that would have played for Liverpool 10 years ago. In that, like he's a warrior, but he makes so many mistakes. It's just not good enough, really. But yeah, I can't see Leicester turning it around this season. But maybe next season, when they have got a few of their long-term injuries back, they will do better. So I definitely don't think that they should sack Brendan Rodgers anytime soon. But yeah, anyway, that's my thoughts on it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.